talk about the Roaring Twenties and the Great Depression. World War I ended. Then what happens? Well, we're moving into the period in American history between 1920 and 1930, known as the Roaring Twenties. On top of World War I ending, the Spanish flu pandemic was also ending. Did you know that more people actually died of the Spanish flu than died during World War I? The Roaring Twenties was a period of economic prosperity and innovation. That means that people were making lots of money and there were new inventions for them to buy with all this money. We also saw lots of architectural advancements. The Race to the Sky in New York City built some of the skyscrapers that we still see today, like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building. What else was there? Well, thanks to the car and subdivisions with new houses, people could move out of cities and not have to live right by where they worked. They could drive to work now. Well, there's also an immigration boom. Immigrants from Europe came through Ellis Island in New York, and immigrants from Asia came through Angel Island in California. We saw the birth of mass media and advertising, which led to the consumerist culture that we have today. Women's rights expanded, and the Jazz Age started. And to top it all off, prohibition. Yep, that's right. Alcohol is illegal, which led to a rise in organized crime or gangs. Let's talk about those fabulous women and the rights they get in the 20s. The 19th Amendment let women vote. This led to a change in the way women thought about their career and families. Now they knew they could have both. When the men went off to war, a lot of the women had to get jobs, so they now knew that they could manage their family and have a career at the same time. Another thing that happened because of the war was fashion changed. We needed some of the materials that women were accustomed to wearing before the war in order to make supplies for the military fighting. So their fashion changed to meet the demands. They didn't want to go back to the old ways of long dresses and corsets and ruffles and all that stuff. They wanted the new slimmed down flapper look. Flappers are young women who challenge traditional points of view on how women should behave. The older people, they didn't like it. Flappers drove cars, wore short skirts, wore makeup, cut their hair, got their hair done, went out dancing, drank alcohol, which was illegal, and smoked cigarettes. Let's talk about how else life changed. Well, there was finally plenty of food. People had jobs. People had money to spend on these new inventions. And then, if you didn't have money, the new thing to do was to borrow on credit. Buy now, pay later. So, here are some of the things people were buying. The electric washing machine had just hit stores. Henry Ford had made the car affordable with his Model T. Vacuum cleaners had come out, and every family's life revolved around their radio. Also, there was land and houses available for sale. You could borrow money from the bank to buy land or to buy a house. So why was all this available and why could people afford it? Well, the assembly line made things much more affordable because things could be produced faster. An assembly line is a line of people making a product where each person has a specific role in making that product. As the product goes down the line, people assemble it. And then at the end of the line, it's done. That's how they made Henry Ford's cars. Also, radio advertising started. People started hearing about things that they could buy and purchase on the radio. And don't we all know that a good ad makes us want whatever it is? On top of all that, credit and installment plans started. Buy today, pay later. You borrow money from a bank, then you pay on that money until you pay it off. Seems like a good idea, right? We'll have to see what this leads to on the next video. Bye for now.